Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be a pregnancy update from the second trimester since the beginning till the end of the trimester. I will tell you how I was feeling and the good things, the bad things, some cravings. So if you are pregnant or you want to know more about the second trimester of the pregnancy, this is gonna be my experience on my third pregnancy. So let's start the video. So I've got some of my notes here with me because I've been writing how I've been feeling so I don't forget. From week 17 I started to feel really nauseous with changing Luna's nappies. I couldn't change Luna's pooey nappies because I was gagging so much. I had to cover my nose with something, or I put a lot of perfume in a tissue or something and put it on my nose to smell it. It was absolutely horrendous. Also at the beginning when I was brushing my teeth, I was gagging constantly. I couldn't brush my teeth without gagging or like running to the toilet feeling like I'm gonna be sick. Also the morning sickness didn't pass till like at the end of week 17. I was feeling still really nauseous every day, all the time. I wasn't actually being sick, but I was feeling really nauseous, especially with really bad odors or body odors or like just weird smells. I also started to feel a little bit uncomfortable sleeping in the night. I was like really uncomfortable shoulders and back, and I couldn't find the position to sleep, so I was a little bit restless. The energy levels in the afternoons were really low. I didn't really have much energy in the whole day anyway, but in the afternoons it just decreased dramatically. I also actually had a drink, I think it was week 18 because I didn't specify it, but it was later than this, and I dreamt I had a boy with really dark hair. If you see my previously first trimester pregnancy update, I mentioned that I couldn't drink water. It made me really gaggy and like really sick. So still like that till the beginning of the second trimester. I couldn't really drink water at all, so I had like teas, strawberry teas, mint teas and juices. And from week 18 I started to drink, like forcing myself to drink, but really small amounts of water with the teas and everything. Like I put like just a tea and like a lot of water so I could drink a little bit more water and have liquid in my body because I was so thirsty constantly. But just the thought of like drinking water, it made me really feel really sick. Week 19 and week 20 I was extremely tired. I think it's because I've been doing like extra hours that day at work and I just felt like completely exhausted, but even more than I was feeling. And also I had so many belly cramps and like growth cramps. It was really uncomfortable. Those 2 weeks were one of the worst so far. From week 20 I started to feel the baby a lot more. It was moving so much. It was so amazing and still amazed me, even though it's the third pregnancy, but still amazed me how the human body can carry another life inside. I feel so extremely grateful for like being able to carry my babies and like being able to give life and carry life inside me, and feeling the movement is just like an amazing feeling. We had a scan when I was 20 weeks pregnant to find out the baby's gender, but it didn't want to show it. So we had another scan the following week because they couldn't see like things properly. So they wanted to double check that everything was fine, and they gave us another appointment for when I was 21 weeks plus 6 days, and there the gender was revealed. We were so happy. I actually filmed a video about it and I will link it down below in case you want to see the gender of the baby. It was a really interesting video to film. An unusual gender reveal, not the one with the balloon, which it was, I think it was like too typical. Everyone was doing that, so I wanted to do something different. So if you like to check it out, the link is down below. From week 22 the hip pain increased in the night, and I always wake up with like a really bad hip pain that didn't go away till like few hours into the day. When I was 24 weeks plus 2 days, I started to feel a really sudden pain, like period pain like in my belly, really strong period pain. Luckily I had an appointment with a midwife that day and I said to her like what I was feeling, and it was like a really severe pain, so I didn't understand. They advised me that was like ligament pain. But then I went home and obviously I went online and I was researching, and then I got paranoid, so I called the labor line to ask again what this pain is and why it doesn't go away, because it was like a constant pain. They advised me again that it was ligament pain, so I was like, okay. And they told me to relax, calm down, try to like relax as much as possible, take a bath, or just like not do anything. So the pain that night went away. That was Thursday. Then on Friday I woke up with no pain. I had a nice sleep, and in the afternoon the pain came back even more severe, so I was a bit worried that something was happening, because I could feel the baby, so I wasn't worried about the baby, but the pain was really intense and constant that I was thinking, what is this? But I again took a really warm bath and stayed there, not do anything, took it really easy, and the pain went away. But at 3:00 a.m. I woke up in so much pain. It was excruciating pain. It was no contraction pain, it was just a constant pain, like a line of pain, period pain, really intense. It didn't go away with any position. I was like moving positions, thinking maybe if I like, you know, turn around or like change positions it will go away. It didn't go away, so we called the labor line again. Nobody was answering. I was getting really upset, crying in pain, because it was really that severe. I never had that before, so I was starting to be really worried. Still, I felt the baby constantly, all the time moving. She was like completely normal. My belly was soft. It was nothing like to be worried about. It was not a contraction. I wasn't bleeding. It was just the pain. But the labor line, they didn't pick up the labor line. They were all busy. It kept saying, oh, the midwives are busy. So at the end, we called the ambulance. And of course, the ambulance people are not trained for anything related with pregnancy or labor, which I don't really agree. And I think they should at least have a basic knowledge about it, because of these kind of situations. It could have been more helpful that they were. They were 3 men as well, so it was no chance they will have any clue what they were doing. They checked my sugar levels and like my tension thing and that, but they couldn't give me any painkillers, obviously, and they couldn't do anything else. They tried to call the labor line several times. It was no answer. Then I don't know where, they found another number, and finally someone from the birthing suit got the phone and answered the phone, but there were no doctors in the hospital, and because they thought that it might be a virus or something, they didn't want me to go to the hospital, because of obviously on other vulnerable women that were pregnant or like in labor. They didn't want me to transfer anything to them, which I understand. And the doctors weren't available till the 8 o'clock, so there was no doctors whatsoever in the hospital till 8 o'clock. So they gave me an appointment for 8 o'clock. And obviously we went there, but I was in severe pain for a long time and several hours, which it wasn't fun at all. We got to the hospital, we waited in the waiting room, they put us in, checked me out, everything was fine, and the doctor had the handover at 9 o'clock, so we had to wait for the doctor to have the handover to come to us. But it was going first through all the pregnant women that, well, all the ladies that they already gave birth in the morning, to check them before she had the appointments with the other patients. So the doctor didn't come till 10 o'clock. At the end she came, she checked me over, she reassured me that it's ligament pain, she cannot see anything wrong, baby's fine, I'm fine, it's just that pain is ligament pain, because with the pregnancies the muscles in the belly, they get weakened, and some women experience really bad pains which can go away or it can last till the end of pregnancy. Anyway, she gave me some dihyancodeine, I don't know, I'm just gonna put the name down here because I can't pronounce it, but that painkiller took the pain away. I was so grateful for the pain to be gone finally, that I was so happy. The only downside of that medication is I was feeling super drowsy, really dizzy, not in pain, but like drunk kind of feeling. So I had to like obviously stay down. I couldn't drive or anything. Luckily it was the weekend and Ben was with me, because otherwise I was thinking, right, if I have to do the school run and everything, dealing with 2 kids with this pain and this drowsiness, I don't know how I'm gonna manage. So I feel so glad that he was there with me. On Monday the pain felt much better. I didn't really have to take the medication as much, and on Tuesday the pain was gone. I cannot tell you how glad I was that the pain was going and I didn't have to take any more painkillers, because obviously when you're pregnant I don't want to take any kind of medication unless I really need it and it's safe for the baby. But still, I cannot deal with life if I'm in that kind of pain. I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. It was so horrendous and so extreme and so strange for me, because I didn't have that before. So I was really concerned about it, but it's all done, it's all gone, and if it comes back I know what it is and I've got the painkillers for it. So fingers crossed it's not coming back. But if some of you had it or is experiencing it or something, just know that it's normal and you're not alone, and I already been through that and it's hell, but everything will pass. And the baby is the most important thing, that the baby is fine. From week 25 I started to feel really restless legs, like the pain of the back of the leg, and also my back was really painful throughout the day as well. And the last week of the second trimester, week 27, I started to feel really uncomfortable with the baby moved, or like it got in like a position that was like making me feel really uncomfortable, and I felt a lot of pressure in my bladder as well. Now it's time to say some good things about it, because everything is not that bad. I noticed that my skin is really good. I didn't really break out at all, or like maybe just like once or twice, or like 1 or 2 spots, but nothing major. My skin feels really good, which is a bonus. From week 18, once the sickness was gone, I started to feel really much more positive and much more motivated to do stuff, and with a little bit more energy. Also, another thing that is really good is my gums are not swollen and they are not bleeding every time I am brushing my teeth. With my 2 previous pregnancies, my gums have been extremely swollen and really bleeding every time I brush my teeth. So I'm so grateful that this time it's not like that. I also started to feel the baby from week 16 a lot, so that's a really nice feeling to start feeling when you're pregnant, because it's such a long time waiting for it to like feel something. And from week 16, well, I felt a little bit like flutters and like waves and things like that, but nothing like an actual feeling of like movement. From week 16 I started it. And for cravings, I've been craving olives. It was like one of my things to eat on the second trimester, olives constantly. Ghost cheese, I know some of ghost cheese you have to check the label, because some of them are not pasteurized, and if they are not like that you cannot eat it because of the listeria, I think it is what the cheese has or something, so it's dangerous for the baby. I actually crave it so much that I had to eat that like nearly every day. Also hummus and lentil crisps. I was like 1 or 2 weeks on the pregnancy that I couldn't stop eating them. In October I was absolutely obsessed with soups. I will have like soups from Tesco actually, the ones that are already made, and I used to have one every single night for dinner. That was my dinner for like at least 2 weeks, every day having soups in the night. And also crave something that it might not be weird, but for me it is. I mixed strawberry tea and mint tea together, 1 sachet of each in the cup of tea, and I used to love that, but that stopped about week 20. So that's it, that's all I had written down for the second trimester. Now I'm starting with the third one, because I am 29 weeks pregnant currently, so that will come up next time. I hope you enjoyed this video and it's been somehow helpful for somebody. Share the video with your friends if you feel it is helpful or they might be interested in it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Follow me on Instagram, which I do updates every single day and I am in the stories a lot. Like this video if you like it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!